fantastic day yesterday and had a great evening. Yesterday we had some great results for the micro moment trading webinar that we had. A lot of you had very, very high returns due to that one significant push around 10 o'clock yesterday after the news was announced that the markets or the job market isn't looking as strong as they'd like. So I think we ended up around 50% yesterday. So great stuff. Thank you all for the interaction, for the questions, and we look forward to another day here on the webinar. But I'm going to give it over to Joe, and he's got the rest of the announcements for all the new listeners that we might have on here.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Here we are Friday. It's even going to rain here, possibly in Dallas. Can't believe it. In case you've never heard this before and you're brand new and you're just signing on, you need to send a letter. And a letter, you need to send an email to the attention of Sue Ann at support@micromomenttrading.com. Make sure your name is on it and make sure your cell phone number is on it. If these guys break, which they will, between 9:30 and 9:45 for the first session, they sometimes will come back around noon or so for the second session if the market justifies it, and you will be notified. This screen that you're looking at right now will stay up there all day until 3 o'clock Central when the market closes Central Time. Just go to webinar screen, and except there'll be a big blank where you see the charts now. There'll be that blank. Everything's just fine. You don't need to cut it off. You don't need to reboot or do anything. Just leave it alone. And then if they come back, the screen will come back up and you'll be in good shape. Attention, Sue Ann, support micromomenttrading.com, name and your phone number. Every time I make this announcement, we get 3 or 4 people sign up because there's new people on here every day. Don't forget we have the in live seminar during market hours coming up next Thursday here in Fort Worth. We've kept the numbers attended pretty low because it's the first one these guys have done. We'll make sure everything goes okay, not be frightened by anybody. And it's going to be great. We're all going to be there. We're going to have a really nice dinner after that evening, after the day's trading that we're paying for, obviously. And it's going to be Fort Worth, really, really neat, right downtown. If you come, there's all kinds of hotels. You don't need to rent a car or anything. Everything's in good shape. Let's see what else. That's the seminar. Oh, yesterday, Tony had asked me what we'd done this week, and all my skew on my desk, I didn't see it. It was 98.8% as of yesterday. So we should go over 100% today. We've been averaging for the last.
Hey, Joe, I'm going to interrupt you here for a second. I'm going to go ahead and hop into this trade here on the 186.5 strike call. Entered back at $1.13. It's up to $1.21, $1.26, $1.27. Let's set it to close for $1.30. Yeah, there we go, $1.30, and we are out at $1.30.
What'd you get in for?
$1.13.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
That's awesome.
We got a strong push this morning. We're already up to 2.3 million shares traded in 2 minutes.
That was 15.04%. Incredible, fantastic. Okay, hold on, let me write that down. You know, what I was talking about, and you guys interrupt me obviously again. I don't have much more to go here. We should go over, well over 100 today to that trade. And that way we will have, we've been averaging over, for the last, this is the end of the 22nd week. And so far we've averaged 100 and right at 140, 145 a week over that period of time, over 3,000%. Okay, that's it.
Good stuff. Joe, what's our total for the week? so far.
Okay, it's as of yesterday, close of yesterday, it was 88. What did I say? 88. What did I do?
98.
Yeah, it's 88%. 15. Yeah, so we're 103 so far, counting this last trade you just did.
Good stuff. Good stuff. That was a strong push we had this morning, so I wanted to capitalize on that movement.
I'm sorry, it was 98.8, not 88. 98 plus the 15, so 113.80 already.
So we got a strong reversal though here. You can look at E2 and E3. Look how steep they are. That just shows you the amount of volume we have this morning. And so we're going to keep an eye out on this whole direction here. But this is extremely strong morning. 2.7 already in the first 4 minutes.
Really clean movement. Apple decided not to go for the push and just went straight down, but it also gapped up like $5. So we're waiting for that to reset a little bit. I thought possibly from the strength of Q it could take off at any time, so that's why we didn't prep the put right there. Also, our spreads are pretty massive. They're just now coming in, so that's where we're at on Apple.
The spreads are huge also on Q, but let's see. We're going to prep the 186.5. And we're going to go ahead and hop in here. Still at $1.07. They got $1.09. Let's set a close for $1.15. See if we can get that. And there we go. Filled at $1.15.
Wow.
8 cents there.
7.5%.
That's awesome. We'll prep this Apple put. Looks like it might head down again. Not a great place to play it anywhere. Let's see.
We're already up 22.54 for so far.
Good stuff. Yeah, we got some great movement today, guys.
We're also going to be making a special announcement at the live seminar that only those that are at the live seminar can participate and benefit from. So.
Yeah, we're up to 124 now. Let's prep the 187 strike call. And we went ahead and entered there, filled at 93 cents just a few bits ago, up to 94. Let's set a close for 97 and see if we can get out here pretty quick. We can get 97. All right, let's bring it down to 96. And oh, here we go. Filled at 97. Readjusted, got 97 there when it just turned to 98.
Go ahead and prep the 222.50 straight call.
That's 4.30 on the Q.
We were able to get it in that Apple call at 86 cents. It's pushing up now. Set us up to close for 91. Let's adjust that down to 90. And we're out at 90.
Fantastic.
This is a very strong movement today, guys. 4 million.
4.65% on that Apple. Great.
1.8 million today already this morning. Well, actually, it's almost at 5 now in the first 8 minutes. So,
Already 99 on the bid on that Apple push. Really clear movement.
very, very strong. And we're gonna re-prep the 187 strike call.
I'm gonna reprep the. Tried to fill actually down at the 227.50, but missed it by 1 cent.
Yeah, we missed our fill at the 187 there. So we're gonna hold off. Wait on it for a second.
Yeah, we'll move back up to the 225.
Dow Jones up 132.9.
We had a nice break right at the open. You know, we had a couple dollars reprieve. So even though we gapped up $5, we could see a pretty major run out of Apple still. Dow's green 135. So we just want to make sure the runs aren't too extended. We haven't had any sort of reset on E1. It crossed back down, but didn't get low at all. So it's the thing fighting the call here.
Wait for this. Getting a little bit of a reversal here.
Let's go ahead and enter that 225 in from 124.
What'd you get for?
In at 124. See if this push is actually meaningful or just kind of falls flat.
Yeah, we're getting really slow movement here now. A lot of volume though.
Top right out at 122. We got out that 2 cent loss.
Okay, that's 1.61%. Not bad.
Might be ready to re-enter this if it decides to move, but if Q is looking to reverse, then it might drag Apple down with it. We also have E1 E1 rejected on that turn as well, so getting ready to cross back down.
Again, getting out of those things for such a small loss, that's the name of the game.
Yep. Yeah, because it gets extreme. People realize, you know, options have their own supply and demand. So when it gets extreme is when people realize it's probably not going to go in that direction. Then they will pull out of that option. So you'll see a much faster decline. I mean, we're at 105 already $1 now. It hasn't dropped back that much, but when you have big movement days, as soon as the momentum stops and it doesn't appear to be heading that direction, everybody's going to pull out of that side and migrate over, from the call to the put in this case. And that went from 122 to $1 in much stock movement. We only moved down like 30 cents on the stock, so.
There will not be a session the day Friday after the live seminar because these guys will be en route back home. We put out an announcement on that today.
Yeah, so we're keeping a close eye on this movement here, guys. E1 kind of reset for us a little bit, and we're just waiting for it to kind of break up through M2 there. Well, just rejected off of that. Got a lot of jagged movement here, but ton of volume. About 6.5 million, which that is huge. So, big stuff. I'm gonna read some of these questions here. Martha, if you buy call today, will you use next week's strikes? Possibly. We haven't ran into much crazy, volatility quite just yet that I would feel comfortable going to next week's, but so this week's still on. David, 58% yesterday. Holy cow. Good stuff, David.
David.
However, some trades lacked discipline, didn't get out quick, and stayed in too long. Luckily, I got a bounce back. After enjoying the elation of big gains, I realized that greed got the best of me and dropped me into a dangerous rabbit hole, something I need to work on and avoid moving forward. Yeah, David, that's fantastic results, number one, but that's why we like to that's why it's really great to visualize that bracket order around all of the orders you place.
All right, Tony, I'm going to prep this put 225. Might have missed it. I was hovering over it at 103. It's already at 120. Really drastic option movement today. So I really need to make sure it doesn't pull back, and we need an expansion on these Bollinger Bands. But go ahead. That's just prepped.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Deshaun here. Q in at 68 out of 86 for 26% this morning. Awesome stuff, Deshaun.
Oh, that way to go, Deshaun.
Good stuff. Tim got plus 13 on the Q call. Good stuff, Tim. Let's see here. John, I was speaking to E-Trade on a $5,000 account open. They are saying I am limited to 3 trades a week. Does that sound right? It's more
Yeah.
for
Naturally, actually on any platform, the natural opening is a margin account. They want you on margin because they make more fees. Just have them open you a cash account with $5,000 and you'll be able to make as many trades as you want. You'll only, don't get me wrong, you'll only be able to spend that money like once, for instance. So you can make one trade at 5,000, or you can make 5 $1,000 trades that day. If they are options trades though, they'll settle by the next day and you're good to go.
good stuff.
I hope that makes sense for you. Ready on this apple to fluctuations are still pretty crazy and jagged. I'd like to see triple Q breakdown with it. Based on E1s, I don't think it's gonna happen right away. Yeah, I'm prepped on the 225 straight put.
Did Deshaun make that on SPY or was that on TQQ?
Q.
Good.
A lot
26.
of volume good today, but we're lacking some movement right now. So that's unfortunate with all this volume we got. It's almost 7 million in the first 18 minutes of the market. That's really significant there. So I'm going to read some more of these questions here. Tim got +6, +3 on all the Q calls. Crazy volume. He said first $1,000 day in 5 minutes. Good stuff, Tim. That's awesome. Good for you.
Is Jim the coffee drinker?
Tim, what's that?
Is he the coffee drinker?
Nope.
No, that's Sam.
Oh.
Tim. Yep.
You
Jason.
can buy your own Dunkin' Donuts franchise with it.
Yeah.
I mean, what? That puts your hourly rate up to pretty high.
Yeah. Let's see here. Jason, are we having an online session on Thursday? We are not. It's just a live seminar. We're trying to keep it small and not reaching out online in this seminar. So we'll do that down the road, but not in this one. Martha, Apple call 107 to 118, and then a 99 to 109. So good stuff. Crushing it.
All right, I finally hopped into that. What the heck? All right, we're gonna set a sell close. Sorry, I'm gonna catch you up, guys. On this, we're in that 225, and it just moved 20 cents instantly.
Which way, down or
Yeah, correct. In the correct direction. We're gonna set a sell to close at 140. No, let's change that to 138. See if we're fast enough.
what are you in for?
I cannot look at that at the moment.
225?
No, 1 second. I'll look at that for you in a second.
No problem.
All right, and we completed the fill. Yeah, I didn't actually think I filled, but it had this super weird pullback fluctuation. So we ended up in the trade from 117 and out at 135.
Wow.
Nice.
It's already at 146. So crazy drastic movement. That's why we're waiting for that
Wow,
breakdown.
15.4%.
Good. Yeah, that felt nice actually.
Good. Nice.
Yeah, super solid, but you got to be quick on these guys. I mean, I was watching the same thing happen on the pullbacks, that same type of pull that's like instantaneous. So you really got to time it right. I can take over some of these. Apple. Oh, you got Martha's Apple calls?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Should be all caught up by now.
Oh, yeah. John says thank you, and Tim says this is Atlanta Tim. See, people get jealous of Puerto Rico Mike, so they need to rep their location.
Is PR Mike on there today?
Not yet. No comments yet. Gene, that was weird, but I'll take it. Got in that Apple put at 139. Late, I know. Set myself to close at 136 because of the quick movement and filled at 148.
Wow.
Yeah, Gene, that's getting a 12-cent beneficial fill. That's why I was I probably sounded like an absolute dork when I was trying to explain what happened because I couldn't really describe what happened. The movement was just strange. Gene and I, we're battle buddies. We've been through some weird moves together.
We've got enough new performers over here to do a master's class. That's where we have 4 people over a weekend.
Yep, exactly.
Big dinner and everything.
Jason, so next week we're only have sessions Monday through Wednesday, question mark?
Correct.
Yes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Reginald, Micah, you took a put trade with E2 and E3 showing a call. Is there a reason you pushed for a put? Yeah, there wasn't in a call position. So the primary, let's see, when did this fill? We're out at 9:51. Tony, could you put your crosshairs on 9:51?
Yeah. Hang on, guys. We're gonna prep the 186.5. Okay, trying to get. And let's go ahead and enter. Gosh, finally filled at $1.13, $1.17 now. Set us out a close for. Let's see if we can get $1.20 on this. And let's go ahead and get out and filled. There we go, $1.21.
Nice.
So got a quick 8
6
cents.
cents. Oh, 8 cents.
Yeah, 8 cents on there. On a $1.13 entry. So we were keeping an eye on that push. We had a lot of weird movement here on Q.
That's
For,
4.2% on that.
What's that?
4.42.
Okay. Let's see here. It's actually 7.1, Joe.
What were you in for?
$1.
What'd you get out at?
$1.21.
Oh, okay.
So really strong movement there. So we E2 and E3 were still in that call position slightly. E1 was pushing up very hard. So we tried getting in a little earlier at the like $1.05 mark, but it pushed up too quickly and only got filled at $1.13, unfortunately. But still a good trade nonetheless. But what do you need, Micah?
Put your crosshairs on 950. Yeah, so 950 in a few seconds, and we bought, and then 951 sold. So the question was, you took a put trade with E2 and E3 showing a call. Is there a reason you pushed for a put? Yeah, so the reason, if you see, can you put your crosshairs back?
Yeah.
So if you see what happened right before this, we had E1 that bottomed out, flattened, went to turn up, and got rejected on E1. You see that sharp downturn on red? That was the main thing on my mind. Also, we had gone from, kind of a mixed position on our M lines to fully stacked down. M2 finally crossed M3, and we're in a full stack down position. And then the angle of M1 actually increased down. You see how M1 turned down even sharper? So that showed more potential into the put. And then the only place the call was really left is in E3. But as we talk about the direction of E3, you see how quickly they're going from not that wide in the call to narrow. They're closing in on each other. E2 was already flat at the top and covering blue. So the call was done on E2. So E3 was really our last little survivor of that call. And there were too many other factors supporting the put to ignore it. Also, we were up, $5 on the gap. There's going to be some natural pressure downwards when you have that overextended of a position, when you're, when Apple's up anywhere from like 4 $4 to $7 or more, your every little push down is going to be pretty severe, because people are, as it naturally is when you're vertical. So
Getting a lot of solid movement today, guys. So we're at 8 million shares traded here in Q. It's a very strong day. Kind of died down a little bit, but still pretty significant nonetheless. Pretty busy day. That call that we were just in, all the way up to $1.33, and so very strong movement here. And we're going to keep an eye on this 187 strike call. Let's go ahead and enter that. Actually, filled there at $1.02, sitting at $1.02. Let's set us out a close for. Oh, well, back down to 97. Let's see if we can get out $1. And there we go. Still at $1. 2-cent loss there. Got in a little late. Took a shot on it. Oh, now it's back up. So there you go.
Minus 1.96.
Yeah. Yeah, took a shot there. A little late to the game, but thought I was going to push up a little faster than what I was thinking there. But that 186.5 call is all the way up to $1.38. Oh my gosh! I think it's just, we got in at $1.13. So
Yeah, you guys are at 149.2 for the week. That's above our average. Yeah, that's net of those two small losses.
right, good stuff. So we almost got 50% today, which is great Friday.
No, you're over 50. You're at 52.36 minus that 1.91 loss.
Oh, nice. Okay,
50, yeah.
good stuff. All right.
from Ron, scary. By the time I get my fill notice, the bid has moved drastically. Yeah, Ron, it's pretty extreme. I mean, it takes a few seconds to get that back, but that's why our trades can be, sometimes 20 seconds long is that exact fact. So you just got to be sure of your direction and timing. Martha, which strike date are you using? I'm on this week. Are you, Tony?
Yeah, I'm on this week.
I'm going to prep this. I've been eyeing this call on Apple, but E1 has really not shown. I mean, obviously it's super topped out, so that's my concern on the call. But if we do decide to jump into that, it'll be at the 225.
Dow's up 202.06 now.
Yeah, I'll prep the 225. Really nice movement there.
We're gonna prep the 187 strike call. We'll wait to see if it pushes up nicely or if it stalls out on us. All right, we went ahead and entered there. Got to fill in at $1.11. Let's set us out a close for $1.15. See if we can get that. Let's move that down to $1.12. There we go. And let's try to get out of here at $1.12. It's not really pushing up for us. And there we go. Filled finally at $1.09. So 2-cent loss there and $1.11. Every time we're trying to get in, it stalls, and it's just good. Then it just reverses right when we get out. So
Minus 1.80.
1.80. Yeah, the timing is really funky today. Eric, there is a strong gap on E1 on triple Q at 9:54 a.m. What does that indicate?
let's see.
954. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows you the strength of the move there. Eric. And then whenever you see the strong direction right there, that usually means the strong range between the red and the blue. That usually means that there's been a very strong influx of volume. Now, E2 and E3 aren't necessarily moving off of their signal line as much with as much range as we would like, but for this specific point, in a shorter time period than E2 and E3, E1 is showing that very strong call position, and I think we actually entered one back here, and then it continued all the way up until up here, and so this is a huge swing from when this started occurring all the way to here. That was like 50 cents or something insane, but that 187 we were in went all the way back to $1.16, so that's unfortunate.
That the Dow's up 216.20, and probably because September unemployment rate falls to 3.5%, 50-year low. So.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was a really, really clean Friday, really nice movement, and it's awesome stuff. Getting a bit of a reset now on Apple E1, which is much needed because this thing could have a lot more stamina upwards, but it needs E1 to actually get low for once. So, David, 2 trades, both gains, 1 cent and 4 cent. Good work, David. Yeah, coming off of a big green day, like 50% plus, you have to, keep your head in the right place and not expect that again. And I mean, not that you don't go for it again, but you got to be careful with how you handle that.
Lord.
And then there we go. Want to read some more there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or yeah, we got a really nice reset on Apple happening, so we're watching that play out. Oh yeah, you got one from David. Got a question from David.
Yeah, so for the first trade, you got 17-cent gain. What confirmed your entry high volume? And if so, did that high volume say to you that given it was spiking up, it would continue? Yeah, so I just scrolled back there. You can see the screen there. So all the way back here, you can see the position of E2 and E3 was extremely, extremely strong. There's a very, very strong upward push on both of those, and that just was signaling to me that over a longer period of time, that call direction, that call position was going to at least last a little bit. And with the strength of how much that positive momentum made, it made E2 and E3 like separate very greatly. So I knew that was pretty strong volume, and decided to enter there. But Tim says 2 cent loss on Q, first loss in a while. Yeah, Tim, I feel you. Got 2 losses today. Steve says, have you guys heard of any delay freezing of the toolbox using Firefox? I only use Google Chrome. Micah, what do you have over there?
I use my charts on Edge, the Microsoft, the Internet Explorer, the new version of it, or whatever it is.
Oh, I got you.
What was this question about Firefox?
There's been a lot of stalls using the toolbox.
Oh.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I would certainly. Eric says he uses Firefox and Edge, and they both work fine. Yeah, my Edge delays it in super high volatility. It slows it down a little bit, but I mean, from what we've heard from you guys, that kind of happens with everyone's. So, and that's only on like when it moves a couple bucks in 2 minutes, like really big moves. So, yeah, I mean, I would try some different ones for sure, but
I use Brave.
Brave?
Brave.
Must be a local thing.
No, it's better than any of them. Brave, BREV.
Nice. Tim says stalls on Q almost always immediately turn around to the upside for 3 or 4 cent gain today. Yeah, it's the two losses that I had. What they stalled a little bit, went up 2-3 cents, then they went back down 4 cents, up to 2 cents, just back and forth, but then they eventually end on the positive side. So that's just what we're dealing with today. But we had some really good wins though throughout the day to not even worry about those losses. So good stuff to everybody. Joe, what's the total for today and how many trades?
Net of the lot, we've done 9 trades. We've had 3 losses: 1.61, 1.96, 1.80, and we're up a net 48.60 so far. 9
Nice.
trades.
Good stuff.
Yep. Take your losses, cut them quickly.
Yep. Reginald says, although many brokers have gone to zero commission, they have kept the per contract price the same. Have you guys heard of any brokers that are moving to a zero option contract basis? Interactive Brokers, I don't think they have any commissions, but their platform is honestly kind of difficult to use from what I've seen. But yeah, they have zero commissions, and contract fees and trade fees are all zero. But TD Ameritrade, the big ones, Schwab, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, are still using the per contract fee. It's just a huge marketing ploy. That's why it's so important to get that per contract fee lower, because they know that's where they're making their money, and they're not going to make their money from just 2 trade, or their trade fee, which is just essentially 2 trades of $5 is $10. I mean, they're not going to make much of their money from that, but they'll make most of their money from that per contract fee. So that's why it's important to negotiate that one lower. But no, I haven't heard of any of that occurring yet. Hopefully, it will happen.
It will.
I mean,
they'll start dropping those. If not eliminate, they'll start dropping the money.
What affected TD so badly is TD Ameritrade has relied very, very heavily on their contract, on their contract fees, and so and on their commissions in general. So that's why they've taken like a 27% hit over the last 2 or 3 days. So they're gonna have to do some soul searching to figure that out.
yeah, and I mean, if you saw how quickly everything happened with this, I mean, Schwab announced it, and then a day later, TD, and then a day later, E-Trade. Like, it happens quick, because that's capitalism for you. So we're gonna see the drops for sure in the commissions until it's free. Just a matter of time, and then more people are gonna have access to trading, which is awesome. People could actually go in with $1,000 and really make something of it if they just study a little bit, and that's going to be great.
That example I give with $2,000, it was you had no commissions. I mean, 24 months, you got $800,000. It's 6% a week, not what you guys make in a couple of trades, But
yeah,
a week, yeah.
We're gonna read some more of these questions, and then I think we're gonna head off for today. It's been a great day so far. This is from Dave. What do you set your stop loss at? I set at 4 cents, and as soon as I enter a trade, I'm almost stopped out for a loss immediately. Discouraging. Yeah, Dave, that is discouraging. So a couple things you gotta be aware of. Number one, you gotta set that stop loss according to the bid price. If you're using the bracket order strategy that we talked about, you need to set the bracket, the stop loss side in accordance to where the bid price is. Okay, so if you're setting it at the ask, which is already in the hole 2 cents, that means essentially as soon as you enter, you have a 2-cent stop loss. So I would what I mentioned earlier is go ahead and bump up that stop loss to like 6 or 7 cents off of the bid, and then place your profit target at 4 cents from the ask. So it's a little tricky. You got to do a little bit of math, quick math there, but once you get the hang of it, it should work out pretty nicely. And usually what I've found is you got to give that stop side a little bit of breathing room, since we're already in the hole, 2 cents right when we start. So and then enter it, and then depending on which side fills, say it filled on the profit side, filled in under 2 minutes per se, that means you've entered, in a correct position. Now, however, conversely is true that if you enter and it hits your stop loss, then you entered wrongly. And so you just have to go back and do some analyzation and stuff like that to look at the charts. Why did I enter here? What pushed me to either end? And if it pushed you to the profit side, awesome, great stuff. Use that same setup, and recognize those similar patterns in your trading. And so that's the key there. So try that and see if that works. David, different Dave, 5 cents on the push there. Jason says, if I want to trade $5,000 a trade, how much money do I have to have in my account to have to trade 5 to 10 times a day? A minimum for if you want to trade 5-10 times a day, you have to have a minimum of 25K. And anything below that, you can only do you can only have 3 trades a week. So and my suggestion is, if you want to trade that much, I would trade, with no more than 30,000 in your account if you're trying to do 5 to 10 times a day. Because that $5,000 cushion gives you some time to start building up your account, and it's not really close to that $25,000. And so start there, and then use small number of contracts. Only go with 10 or 20 at the max. Starting off, and then slowly build your account up, and then you can start increasing the contracts.
You talking about a cash account?
No, I don't think he's talking about a cash account. I think he's talking about margin, because
it shouldn't be used margin whatsoever. That's an absolute killer.
No. Margin account. You're not using margin, but you have to open it in a margin account.
No, okay.
Jason, yeah, he's using a cash account. So that's more of a Mike question.
Yeah, so cash accounts, it's super simple. All that you need is you can only trade each dollar once a day, however you want to allocate that. So if you're making $5,000 trades, 5 or 10 of them, you're going to be anywhere from 25 to 50,000, in a day, 25 to 50,000 total invested. But yes, Tony is right. Once you're past the point of 25,000, there's no reason not to be in margin. The money settles faster. You're not actually risking any leverage. Like, you're not leveraging. We really, really recommend you guys do not access margin, because it can screw you up. But I mean, once you're over 25,000, there's no reason to be on a cash account. You're going to get higher options level approval if you want to do some different techniques with the other guys. You are going to get some added benefits, and also if you're on a margin account, that might give you more leverage to get lower commissions, things like that. So if you're over 25,000 anyways, I would just switch to margin, but don't access that margin.
Yep. This one's for you.
Martha, so you can't trade on your gain below 25K? can't trade on your gain.
So what she's meaning is if you get a winning trade, it won't appear in your account until the next day on a cash account, right?
No, it realizes the same day. It realizes the same day, but you can't trade it. Like if you put 10,000 in, made 1,000, you couldn't make another $1,000 trade on your profit. No, that has to settle in the next day. But I believe I don't think you can do that on margin either, can you? Can you trade profits that were made that day?
I believe I have to pay attention more to that, but I believe you can.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, I believe you can on margin. Yeah.
Okay.
It settles a lot faster. That's why it's good to use the margin rather.
Yeah.
If you're a larger account, that's why you want to use the margin account because it settles faster, like Micah said, and you're able to have the access to your profits same day. So
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to margin accounts.
I really paid attention to that before, but it's from Reginald. Tony, I also use Thinkorswim for your order adjustments. Are you using the mouse, keyboard, or hotkeys to quickly adjust your entry or exit orders? Hope that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense, Reginald. So that depends on the move itself. If I see that it's moving really, really fast or faster than normal, and I'm trying to get into it at a point that is a very good entry, and it's because the option prices are moving quickly, then I will use my hotkeys to enter there. And so, but normally, honestly, I just go through the normal routine. 2 clicks there of and just holding that, prepping it, and then just waiting to do the final click when I want to enter. And then once I'm in the trade, I immediately go to my create your closing order tab and then open that and just, adjust if needed. I first set it to what the profit target that I want, usually 4 to 5 cents. And then if I see, the direction of the movement is moving quickly, then I will just click that little unlock button and just let it ride for a little bit. And then we will go from there. And then if not, I make sure that little lock is locked and then just adjust up and down according to what I'm seeing. So
Awesome. Jason says, great, thanks. Martha, you can only trade the 10K once in the same day. So if you get a gain, you can't trade on the 10K again. It's not about the 10K, right? It's about it's not about the gains, it's about the base fund you have. If you're going for gains that are big enough to make a whole nother trade, then no, that's fair. Yeah, so cash account, it has to settle. Whatever you make or spend that day, it settles the next day. You can use it within 1 day. If you're still that small of an account and you're pushing that many trades, you might be over trading, and so that might be something to consider. Like, you shouldn't just keep trading. So yeah, I would just be patient and let it settle the next day. But
other than that, guys, I think I'm gonna head off for now. Great morning though. Joe, what was the numbers?
48.60. So we get 48.60 plus about 98 plus 98.50. So we're at 147.10, which is about our average per week for the past 22 weeks.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good Friday. Pretty solid movement all across the board here. So great Friday. Thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for the questions. But I'm going to head off for now. Mike, you got anything else to add? Or
Nope, I'm good to go as well. It was a good day.
Before you guys cut off, remember, folks out there, send me your attention, Sue Ann, at support.micromomenttrading.com. Your name and your cell phone number so she can notify you if they decide to come back this afternoon. The screen's going to stay on here, except that chart's going to turn to a big blank white page. Nothing's wrong. Just leave it there. It'll all disappear at 3 o'clock Central Time. So, okay, guys, we'll see you later.
all
Yeah, have a
right.
great weekend. Hope to see you at the seminar.
See you guys.